Professional cuddlers, those who give platonic, physical touch to paying customers in the form of holding hands, hugging, and spooning. Professional cuddling dates back as early as 2003 when charismatic entrepreneur Reed Mihalko spawned the concept in the form of organized cuddle parties in Manhattan. For a $30 entrance fee, customers gained access to a pop-up location full of beds where they could cuddle with anyone else in attendance. With the recent rise in popularity, some professional cuddlers are able to achieve successful careers earning up to $40,000 a year. My name's Anthony Padilla, and today I'm going to be sitting down with professional cuddlers to learn the truth behind what really goes on behind closed doors of this unconventional lifestyle. Is cuddling a legitimate form of therapy that requires immense skill, as so many professional cuddlers claim? Or is it nothing more than a ploy to rake in money in the laziest way possible? Is professional cuddling a G-rated experience aimed at allowing those who lack physical touch in their lives to experience one of humanity's most basic needs? Or is it a heartless community of money-hungry deviants looking to take advantage of our society's most lonely and vulnerable citizens? Hi, Andre.
Hi.
Hi, Emily.
Hi.
Hey, Jean.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming out and teaching me about the wondrous world of professional cuddling.
You're welcome.
So what do you consider yourself? Professional cuddler, body contact enthusiast?
Both, I suppose. Yes, I'm a cuddlist.
Certified cuddlist.
I am definitely a touch-positive person.
Touch-positive person.
But not, I'm selective.
Oh,
it's
yeah?
not like anybody can come up to me and give me a hug. The truth
Right.
is it has to be the right situation. I need to feel safe and comfortable.
What does being a professional cuddler entail?
Being compassionate and being okay with strangers being all over you.
I empower adult people who want to express closeness and experience closeness through touch that is affectionate and it stays platonic and agenda-free.
Leading events and helping people who've never met each other to feel comfortable with each other, to begin being real with each other, and maybe even feeling safe enough to hold hands or give a hug or even cuddle.
How long have you been a professional cuddler?
About 2 years.
2 years?
We're celebrating our 5th year.
What first made you want to become a professional cuddler?
I just want to make the world a better place.
And make your bank account happy.
Yeah, that too.
I was kind of cuddly kid.
You were a cuddly kid?
Everyone liked touching me and I really loved people.
Yeah.
More than my mom was kind of comfortable with.
So you were pushing her boundaries by hugging other people?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know, because of my sort of eyesight handicap, I'm legally blind.
Yeah.
I was just running to everybody and just people loved me and it's like brilliant.
You know, I came at this whole world from the client perspective, meaning I needed these services myself. I thought the only way to get safe human connection, I had to sort of be sexual in order to get it at the end.
Right,
Because
right.
I gave myself such terrible and painful situations that I put myself in because I was feeling lonely. And I'm like, oh, I guess I need to hook up. And I basically hijacked this man's evening. Like, he didn't even know what hit him. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, we're on a path. And the path is we need to do something sexual so you can cuddle with me. I think he felt pressure. The whole thing was just a shit show.
Do you find that people are typically skeptical of the therapeutic effects of professional cuddling?
No, actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's been scientifically proven that there are actual physical effects. Oxytocin is released. That's called the love hormone.
Well, it's more than, I mean, it's love in the very basic platonic
Yes,
sense.
it's the cuddle hormone. So, I mean, it makes you feel good. It's
Yeah.
like endorphins or, dopamine.
In the Czech Republic, when I come from, definitely. Here in America, not really.
So people are more open to it in America?
I've got very few dismissive comments. Maybe people are just polite, I don't know.
Why do you think cuddling and physical touch in general is so important for the well-being of people?
Our bodies are built for connection. If a baby gets enough cuddling and touch, it ignites or releases the growth hormone. So it's mental growth and physical growth. So a child who doesn't have those things will actually have a stunted growth process.
Social connection is a necessity, not an option. So like the harshest punishment in prison system is solitary confinement. Affectionate touch is the most primal language of bonding. Our nervous system is genetically programmed to understand. That's our human species evolutionary advantage. Words can fail, many things can fail. When touch is affectionate, you feel safe.
As humans, we came from like very close-knit tribes where there was a lot of physical contact, and now in society we kind of hide behind our computers. And even though we may have 3,000 Instagram followers, do we actually know any of those people?
Right.
Face to face, like how much contact do we actually have with people these days?
Right. And even more than just face-to-face talking, but touching,
Actual touch,
arm over
yes,
shoulder,
exactly.
hugging. Do you think professional cuddling is for everyone to enjoy?
I think a good professional cuddler receives training. We provide a training at Cuddle Sanctuary, and my colleagues at Cuddleist, my colleagues at Certified Cuddlers. So we have an online training, we have in-person training, because there are people out there who hear about this profession and are like, are you effing kidding me? I can lay around and just like earn the dough?
Oh yeah, they think that there's no training or practice or any knowledge attached to it.
That's right. And the truth
it.
is, there are some people who probably have so much compassion and beautiful boundaries and could probably do this work right away.
Yeah, yeah.
I would recommend that everybody just take a deeper look. Like, we have a free webinar, like just give us an hour of your time so we can unpack this a little bit for your safety and for the client's safety, so that only good happens and not crappy experiences.
Do you proudly tell people that you're a professional cuddler, or do you keep it more of a secret?
Oh my God.
Yeah? I don't know where this is going.
So out.
Oh yeah,
I'm so out. Instagram, Facebook. But the reason I said oh my God is that I did something so taboo a few years ago that it almost prepared me to be like, cuddling? That's nothing. So the sex in the relationship began to atrophy. What I didn't realize is that I was actually violated by my partner. I didn't know the words for it, but that's why my body shut down and like things were not right. My gynecologist said, you have vaginismus. Your pelvic floor is tightening to prevent any action. There's even a website, vaginismus.com, to help you get healed from it. And as I did the exercises, which had to do with like, has anything bad happened? I'm like, oh yeah, something really bad really happened with my partner. And it helped me to realize, oh, I'm done with you. When I let that relationship go, I made a commitment to myself that my sexuality matters and to pay attention to my body. So I went on an odyssey. I actually gave myself permission for sexual exploration without making commitments. I accidentally realized that I was kinky. Like
that's
accidentally.
all it took?
I accidentally realized. So I wrote a play called Coming Out Kinky, and I performed it in 10 cities. So then I began designing classes around it because, check this out, at one of my earlier performances, somebody gave me a call and said, can we please use your play as continuing education for psychotherapists? I'm like, what the what?
That's how helpful it was.
Exactly. It was like this huge endorsement that the show wasn't just for my own personal expression, that it actually could teach about sexual diversity.
How has being in this field changed the way that you view intimacy in general?
It enhanced like my own pleasure awareness so much. I can differentiate much better when I need bonding and when I need sex.
Right.
And these things get so often kind of misconstrued.
They become the same thing in our culture.
They become the same thing.
Do you think people in this country show enough physical affection?
No, I definitely don't. No, I definitely don't.
Why do you think that is?
I would blame church for that. You know, people out of their deprivation started consuming more porn. When you're a little hungry, you can think about eating a piece of salami. If you're really hungry, you feel as if you can eat a whole cow. so the desires got really unhinged.
So because people were taught to repress those sexual desires, when something happened, people would use that as an example of why those sexual desires were innately bad in the first place.
And then on top of it, the desire for touch gets confused with sexual desire.
What's the most difficult part about being a professional cuddler?
Having to release yourself of the other person's energy after the session.
Because you'll be picking up on that during the whole session?
Yes, yes. Most cuddlers, they get into this because they are empathic in some way.
Yeah.
And you pick up on the other person's energy. Sadness, rejection. Shame. And then also, like, sexual energy.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of it.
A lot of sexual energy? You pick up on a lot of sexual energy?
Yeah.
And you try to release that afterwards? I mean, wait, I didn't mean it like that. Not my intention.
I mean...
Not my intention.
Sometimes.
Have you learned anything surprising about yourself through your experience as a professional cuddler?
How it sort of moves me back to sometimes childhood and childish desires. The type of touch it's happening in this sort of resembles the touch we were receiving as kids.
Yeah.
And I believe that my whole nervous system sometimes can get transported through that tactile code into my childhood. And so I kind of all of a sudden just revisit like things that were long forgotten.
Do you allow your clients to sleep during your sessions?
Absolutely. Me as a cuddlist, I would never do that.
You would never sleep in your own sessions?
No, because I feel sort of obligated to keep the container.
Have you ever fallen asleep during your sessions?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
What's that like?
And I just pretend that I didn't.
Oh, right. You never admit that.
No. No.
Have you ever found yourself in an uncomfortable situation during one of your sessions?
There was one client who played the long game. Yeah, he was really sweet, like very spiritual. And each session he would just get a little bit more and more intense and a little bit handsier. And I felt less and less comfortable. And then there was a session where he wanted an hour and a half, but after an hour I'm like, hey, I gotta go. Like, I was just like counting the seconds until it was over.
Yeah.
And so I got up to leave and he pulled me back into the bed. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, no, this is goodbye, you can Venmo me.
Wait, is it at your house?
It used to be. Yeah, now I have an office.
That sounds like a scary situation.
Yeah, and I have weapons stashed strategically.
There were some red flag behaviors that this client had, and they're like where we like, pay attention, this might not be the right client for you. And I looked him up on social media, and I did see some angry stuff relating to women. That should be the red flag of red flags. I did my due diligence, which is I did have a safety buddy, somebody who knew where I was and what I was doing, and that I was with a client, like all that safety protocols. But as soon as I was in session with this client, it was not the right client. I did feel uncomfortable because what he needed was a sex worker.
What's been the most bizarre experience you've had with one of your clients?
There was a guy who, he wanted to shave my legs.
Did you say yes?
Well, okay, here's the thing. He's like, I had another cuddler and I shaved her legs and it was like a fun activity and it brought us closer.
That's like strangely intimate in a way so much deeper than cuddling. That's like, I've been very intimate with people. I've never done that.
Oh God, me neither. No. He's like, yeah, it's fun. And I'm like, well,
it's fun.
I hate shaving my legs. So if you want to do that for me, you're gonna save me time.
And he's paying you.
And if you're gonna pay me to shave my legs, okay.
Ben Neal wants to know what the saddest or most emotional thing is that a client's ever told you during one of your sessions.
Oh God, this is just heartbreaking. He's kind of young. He's in his 20s. And he grew up in an abusive household. He's like, can I be honest with you? I'm like, yeah, of course. He's like, this is the first time I've ever cuddled with anybody besides my dog.
Whoa.
Yeah, like any human that he can remember.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And how did that make you
I
feel?
felt really honored
Yeah.
to be able to provide that for him,
Yeah.
but also just heartbroken.
Yeah.
Like, you can't remember a time when your parents cuddled you.
So I think it's a really great service that you and the other professional cuddlers are offering, because some
Yeah.
people may never be able to experience those feelings in life without a safe place
Yeah.
like the one that you provide.
So yeah, that was heavy.
Buggy Baby wants to know if you've ever had an experience where a client became aroused.
Yeah, oh yeah. In fact, I wrote a blog about it.
Yeah?
Like, what if my cuddle buddy gets a boner?
Yeah.
Many adults have not received any cuddling unless it's before or after a sex act.
So they associate it so deeply.
Their body associates it. I say, hey, just so you know, I understand that arousal can happen. And it could be just part of muscle memory. It could also just be because you feel very relaxed. We will never stoke the flames of arousal. We will never go in the direction of arousal, but I'm gonna give you a 3-step process. Step 1, don't freak out.
Okay.
Step 2, celebrate your body parts are working.
Okay.
That's a thing to celebrate. Not everybody gets that. And then step 3, let's make a shift. Like perhaps we were spooning, which was just a little too reminiscent of sex act, you know? Why don't we thumb fight?
Yeah, thumb fighting is probably the least sexual thing on the planet.
See how that's so there you go.
What is it about being a professional cuddler that brings you the most joy?
For the first time in my life, I feel really useful. Majority of the things in my life I didn't find really useful doing.
You weren't satisfied?
This is very rewarding because there is such a shortage of affectionate touch.
Now the moment we've all been waiting for, a cuddling demonstration, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, so I go this way?
Yeah.
This, like this?
Just sit down.
Okay.
Get on your side, and then this is your pillow right here.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
I want all the weight of your head. Like give
Okay.
it all up.
Okay.
Okay. You can hug my leg like a teddy bear,
Okay.
or I can give you a pillow to hug.
This is great.
Okay.
May I put my arms around you?
Yeah. Like that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
How does it feel?
I feel accepted.
Okay, so do you want to be little spoon?
Yeah, little
Yeah?
spoon.
Okay.
Let's little spoon it. So
All right.
I shall turn this way. So like this.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel loved. I feel accepted. I feel warmth. I feel an intimate connection without being sexual, just completely platonic. I feel good.
And this is probably the most famous guy I've been so close to.
And then, so I'm gonna put my arm around you if
Sure.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like we could hold hands.
Oh, like
or
this.
like-
Look at this. My hand is the dominant, but my body is the dominated.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. This specifically reminds me of my interactions with my mom when I was young, especially when I was sick, or there was a portion of my life when I was 15 where I had a disease and I was trying to recover, and my mom would give me lots of physical contact. She'd rub my back, she would encourage me to lay on her, and I feel like that was really important for me to recover, and I haven't really felt that in the same way in a completely platonic sense since I was a child with my mother.
Well, thank you for sharing what you've been through.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful for your mom. She must be an amazing woman.
She is. Thank you. This is the most close I've been to a man ever.
Can I hug you?
Yeah.
There we go. You can put your arms around me.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can hold me tightly if you like a teddy bear.
Oh. Wow. I'm gonna have to try some of these out on a significant other.
I feel when I touch the calluses,
Yeah.
my body reads that code like that man is strong, so he can protect me. Awkwardness?
No, it's not awkward yet.
May I touch your hand?
Yes, you may touch my hand.
And may I kind of connect with your feet?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of relaxing to feel that body weight on me.
It is. It's actually pretty popular.
This position?
Getting a little oxytocin high.
You're feeling oxytocin high right now?
Yeah. Yeah, feels good.
And we actually have a parting gift for you. Best Interviewer shirt. You can get that on padildoshop.com, but you don't have to. And this is perfect to wear during your next cuddling session.
That will make people, oh, what is that? Where did you get it? Oh, you know what? There's that fantastic Anthony Padilla guy. His channel, you have to subscribe to this, so that's great.
You should subscribe to his channel because it'll make you feel warm and fuzzy inside, and everybody deserves to feel that way.
Even you unsubscribed piece of shit. Become a subscriber, and you'll feel that feeling too. All right, you got 5 seconds to shout out or promote anything you want directly into camera. Go.
If you feel like you need some cuddles or you want more information, follow us on Instagram, Pasadena Healing Touch.
Find Cuddle Sanctuary on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, cuddlesanctuary.com for free stuff.
The more cuddling, the less drugs. Stay in touch every day.
Thank you so much, Andre. I feel like I fully understand the wondrous world of professional cuddling. After spending the day with these professional cuddlers, I've come to realize how much compassion, positivity, and acceptance truly goes into making each cuddling session a safe haven for clients. In a society in which many of us are closed off from affection and physical touch, it's no wonder a service exists that offers close body contact with another person in a purely platonic manner.
See you later. Bye, guys.
Press a like. First of all, I want you to give me all of your weight.
Okay.
See, this was 100% different.
That's a lot of weight.
It's great. No.
I can hear you struggling to breathe and to speak right now.